Okay. I had to make sure my microphone was actually getting power. Yeah, I give up being in VR if crashed on me, so. Yeah. I'm just gonna stay on this screen and just chill here. Gonna move a little bit to the side. There we go. Okay, let me just throw out a DM. Alright. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do other than just sit here and yap for however long. It sucks that my stream went down. But, I currently have medication running, so had that have been normal, I think I would have just given up. Shotgun roulette? No, I'm not in the mood to play anything. I don't think I could play anything right now. I think I just yap. I think that's the most I've got in me. So, tell me a random fact. And let's see whether or not I already knew. Pick your brains. I'm picking your brains right now. Give me a random fact. And let's find out whether I knew about it or not. I guess it's kind of like a game. It's fun because I get to learn stuff. You can also ask me a question. That's fine too. Doesn't matter what it is. If you ask me for a random factoid about a random place, yeah. Okay, did you know fish helps brain growth? Yes, I did know that. It's because of I believe it's omega-3 actually helps with brain stuff, or I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's something to do with omega-3. Nematodes enter your intestines by you coughing them up after they enter your bloodstream. I did know about Venus spinning backwards. I thought that's kind of interesting that they end up spinning the opposite direction. I guess it's just whatever you end up in is what you stay in. What exactly are nematodes? They're like sort of like worm? You coughing them up after they enter your bloodstream? Wait, how do they get to the roundworms? But how do they get to the intestine from you coughing it up? I'm not sure how that mechanism works. You cough, like, they go through your respiratory, so you cough them up, then you swallow. Oh! I completely forgot about the process of swallowing. I see. They enter the digestive system through the fact of you coughing and swallowing. Okay. That's crazy. We are more creative in the shower. You know, I actually have something to add on to that. You know how people have shower thoughts, right? The reason why we are more creative in the shower because that's basically the only time you are alone with just your brain or wandering around. Yeah, that too. So the warm water it feels good to be in the shower. So, and also, like I said earlier, you're alone with your thoughts. Because think about this. How often are you actually just alone with your thoughts? Not often, right? Because usually there's something influencing it. So you can actually reach the same sort of creativity from showering. But I can't remember what it is, but like sort of meditations. You can do that as well. Did you know after being cured of the gold touch, King Midas received the godly gift of donkey ears from Apollo for thinking the god of music lost a music fight? What's bad about donkey ears? What do donkey ears do? Is there some negative with donkey ears, or are they somehow really good at hearing? Nutmeg is a hallucinogen? Didn't know that. I thought it was just a spice. Make you look silly, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Make you look like an ass. Is that the origin of the statement, looking like an ass? Because King Midas got donkey ears from Apollo? Christianity is to the Japanese as Greek gods are to Americans? What do you mean by that? You mean how they treat them? Listening with the ears of an ass. Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's how I approach all religions, is the same way I approach Greek, Roman, whatever religions you want to think of. That's how I approach them all. Is I think they're pretty cool creation mythos, so to speak. But some people don't like that, you people considering them myth, so. How was Halloween? I played a horror game during Halloween. That was fun. So I guess it was good. I live in Australia, though. We don't actually celebrate Halloween. Unless you live in, like, some specific suburban households. But trick-or-treating is not common here. Hercules was not a Greek hero. Hercules is the Roman ripoff of Heracles. Yeah! Rome saw the Greek gods and we're like, we like that, but we're changing the names. They're all the same. It's literally, they essentially copied their homework, but, you know, change it a bit so it doesn't look the same. Halloween was dead. I refuse to acknowledge 3 months of Christmas. Will you acknowledge 2 months of Christmas? The letter J was the last... Wait, really? Letter J was the last added to the English alphabet? Really? It comes, you know. Every time you put up your decorations early, I saw this tweet from Thor, you only help to Thor Mariah Carey faster. She's immortal now. You know my favorite tweet about the whole Mariah Carey and Christmas thing happening is actually the one from like the SCP Twitter account where they're just like, sorry, Mariah Carey has broken containment. I thought that was so fucking funny. Padoru did break out first. You can't escape Padoru. Eating third, BRB, okie dokie. Do I even have a lurk command? The 4 horsemen? Wait, 4? Wait, we have Padoru, we have Mariah Carey, who else? What's the others? Are there other horsemen for Christmas? It's not Christmas yet, it's not even December. Not that I particularly mind people that start celebrating it early. Do you plan on to play the new psychological horror game, Tsunagari Chess School? Tsunagari Chess School. Let me look this up. Inspired by Doki Doki? I feel like the twists... I feel like what made Doki Doki good is the fact that the twist was, no one saw it coming. That's what I thought made Doki Doki good. To be inspired by Doki Doki, you can't really surprise someone with the psychological horror. Because you're already ready for it. The appeal or luster of it is gonna be way lessened. Because you're expecting it to happen. And it's already advertised with it. I guess it could be fun if you try and figure out what's going on with it. Like, why is it fucked up? I don't know. I probably won't be playing this. Not on stream. I have a really hard time playing visual novels properly on stream. Because I will get kind of frustrated waiting, because I won't really have a good idea of how to slow down reading, and I don't have a good gauge of how long to wait between clicking to the next line. So I've tried to kind of avoid visual novels. Specifically indie visual novels, because they don't usually have voice acting. At least with voice acting, I can wait for them to finish talking before I click. When there's no voice acting, do I still have the slow down command? Exclamation mark slow down? Is that still a thing? I don't know if it's active still. No, not a thing. Maybe it's deactivated. Let me look. Let me have a look through. Chatbot. Chat commands. Custom commands. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Interesting. You'll ever just look at yourself in the mirror and why your shadow has teeth? Not really. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, the command doesn't exist anymore. Well, I guess it's because I haven't read anything recently. But back when I did do streams with reading, I used to read too fast for people. And only like a very small handful was able to keep up with how fast I was reading. So, not the best experience. But it is better when there's voice acting, because, like I said, I can at least wait for the voices to finish. Read aloud? I hate reading aloud. Yeah, that's how I felt when I looked at Tsunagari, and like, how I saw it, I was just like, the reason DDLC, Doki Doki Literature Club, did as well as it did is because it was a twist that people didn't see coming. If you put the twist at the front, there's like a lot less to unravel, I suppose. The mystery is gone. Other than finding out why the fuck is it fucked up, but yeah, I can't see it having the easiest time. I really liked Doki Doki Literature Club. Really liked it. I downloaded a mod called, I think it's called After Story? Or After, or something like that. It's called Monica After, and what it did was it turned the Monica phase of the Doki Doki Literature Club and made it so it never ended. And the game tracked when the last time you played was. And you could, like, talk to her, you could play some mini games and whatnot. So this mod added a couple of things. And one of the things is you can, if you close the game without telling her, when you next open it, Monica will be like, where'd you go? Why'd you close the game without telling me? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So that was a thing. It existed. I had it installed. No longer, because my SSD literally died. So I don't have that stuff anymore. Kind of sad, but yeah. I liked Monica. But some people were like, what? Monica's the villain. I'm like, no. Monica's the side character that doesn't get a route. And I always like the side character that doesn't get a route. They never get any love. That game got so broken and whatnot. I really enjoyed it. It's so... I remember the way it ended. They revealed that Sayori... I think it was Sayori? Yeah, I think Sayori ends up with Monica's powers. And then Monica comes in, undeletes herself basically, and saves you. And then the game's gone, done for good. Nothing's left. When you get a side character that you really love but never around. Yeah, no, that's so common. You know who I think needs love? Can we make a story about the teacher that constantly complains about how they don't have a partner or something by their 30s and they're just kind of like always whining about it? Can we have a story where she wins and she's the main character? Can we have her? Can we take one of the tropes of the side character teacher that's in a loveless life and give her some love, please? Please. Let them be happy. I want them to be happy. Yeah. The teacher or the fucking older aunt that just doesn't get, is just, you know, perpetually single and they're always complaining and they're kind of like, they just want any dude, and then one dude comes along and actually wants them. Like give me that. Sweeps them off their feet. Yeah. Give me that. Making him a younger guy too. Make him be younger than her. That would be even better as a relationship dynamic. Sounds like my kind of story, right? But no one's written it. No one wants to give love to the office ladies. Come on, man. Office ladies or teachers. You can find so many ways to make this setting work. Just can we? Soul wants a gilf story. No, but that means she got like really old without having any. No, that makes me sad though. Age by a few decades is so sad. I don't want most of her life to be spent single. That's so sad. Especially for the type of character I'm talking about. They never get any love. They're always kind of like bitter and they're like, their best friend is alcohol. Let them be in their 30s, please. Any longer than that and I feel like the character is just jaded and just has given up. Can't even have kids anymore if she's too old. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. Sounds like a normal relationship for an old person. I suppose so. But I want the middle-aged woman that's been single all her life to find love. That's the story I want to see. With enough power, you can refire even a dying star. I love those fucking memes. They're so fucking funny. Gentlemen, I may not have a brain, but I have an idea. What is your idea? You crave ice cream. Let's go! I love ice cream. Although I eat it very rarely. Yeah. I'm not good with sweets. I can't eat too many of them. One of the things I have noticed, though, is definitely on medication. Even when I'm hungry, I have no fucking clue. I can't feel being hungry. And it truly actually is an appetite suppressant. You guys set alarms for that shit? Yeah, for me, I was just kind of like, check the time, like, have I eaten yet? I don't think I've eaten yet. Looks at the time. Oh, it's really late. I should eat. That's what happened. So, yeah. Oh well, whatever. I could deal to eat a little bit less. But I kind of understand why weight loss is a side effect. I understand why weight loss is a side effect when you're on ADHD medication. But not for everyone though. Not for everyone. I've heard about how after short release, if the medication wears off, apparently there's a symptom where after it wears off, you're insanely hungry. Have not felt that. I have not felt that. Because suddenly your body's screaming at you like, you're hungry! You haven't eaten a thing today! You're hungry! But I haven't experienced that at all. But apparently that's a symptom you can get after the medication wears off. Ko, you're hungry? I'm not though. I'm literally not. So, let's see. What other romances have I... Other settings do I like? You know what? And I'm a little annoyed about this, but you know how there's a real lack in Yuri anime? Can I get more Yuri, please? Why do I have like 10 selections and there's like fucking hundreds of yaoi selections? What is this? Come on, man. Man, I just want to kiss girls and watch other girls kiss girls. Oh god. Not the Yuri bait. Please stop. Stop with the Yuri bait. Yuri bait's not Yuri. Stop it. Oh, Hibiki euphonium. Fuck me. Oh god. They're so fucking gay for each other, but they just don't get anywhere, and I'm like so frustrated. I'm just like, just fucking kiss or fuck or do something already. No, please, no more Yuri bait. It's strange. I want more girls kissing each other too. You would think more people would want that, right? But somehow we don't get much Yuri, but we get a lot of boys love. A lot of yaoi. Why? Why do they pretend like fucking food? Like, obviously, if there's a market for the fujoshis, there should be a market for people on the other end, right? For Yuri? Fujoshis are extremely powerful. I would know. I am one of them. Thanks for lurking, Arid Paragon. I appreciate it. Look, man, I read a lot of yaoi. I've also read a lot of trap mangas. Well, I guess you would call them femboys now, but yeah. Yes, tomboy supremacy. I agree. You know, hang on. So, it's interesting to me, right, that instead of... So I've heard the statement, right? I've heard this, okay, it's a tag, all right? Tom girl, it's a tag, okay? And essentially, that's not used, even though tomboy is what you use to describe girls that, you know, with masculine traits. But we use femboy. And is that because it reads similar to tomboy? Is that why we ended up with femboy as a terminology? I don't know who coined the term. But it like reads sort of the same. I just... I don't think it means female boy. Femboy I think means feminine. I think it's for feminine and not female. But it's like such a strange sentence. But same with the Japanese otokonoko isn't really... I believe it's kind of a pun in Japanese. It's kind of funny. Didn't think I would look up the etymology of femboy today. So what is it? What actually is it? Oh good, not me today. Not much on it other than it originated in the 90s. Really? In the 90s? I did not expect it to be that old. In the 90s? That's the most surprising news. I thought I would be like at least 2000s. That old? Oh my god, femboys have been around since the 90s. That's crazy. Okay, they've been around longer than that, but they had the word in the 90s. I'm not sure what to do with this information. I'm really not sure. The internet has really blurred the lines behind genders. They've blurred the lines so much that, like... I feel like people's sexualities have been changed forever. Like, eternally changed. If it's cute, then you're attracted to it, right? Hold up. Yes, I love girls. First technical femboy was back in 73. Really? How old is Rocky Horror Picture Show? 1970s Ara Wagatono? Looks it up. What that? Slapstick romance where girls and boys clash in modern co-ed school. There is a lot of romantic intrigue, quite a bit of gender bending, and teenage angst when adults just don't understand. Are you the first boy to put on thigh highs? I don't think you are. I don't think you can claim that. Let's invent time travel then. Maybe guys should wear thigh highs more. I'm sorry, I lied. I don't even have thigh highs. I do. I have thigh highs. It should make sense, right? That I have thigh highs. Although, okay, because I have to be honest, okay, with you guys. I don't wear it. But I do own a skirt. I've never worn it. Not outside the house, at least. You sure did hear thigh highs. I love thigh highs. I'm wearing one right now. You can see it. See, look in this way. You see one thigh high and then one full on all the way legging. Asymmetric. Yes. Okay, Reg, if you're gonna cosplay as a girl, I'm gonna make you go through 1,000,000 makeup tutorials. We're gonna make you the most convincing. How about you do that, then do it for me? I don't want to learn how to put makeup on. It's never a skill I've needed. I've never needed to put on makeup, and I've never put makeup on except once in my life, and I don't really want to change that. It'd be funny though. No, but if I do it, it won't be convincing. Because I don't know how to put makeup on. The extent of my makeup is putting on moisturizer. No, that's why you have to go learn. Rage after Co is done. I'll look into it. Maybe. Maybe. But that requires a lot of effort on your side so I can figure out how to make it work. Gonna have to look into very different tutorials than I would normally. Because I've been looking on for tutorials like how to make a guy look like convincing girl. I'm not letting Rage put on my makeup. I'm not letting anyone put on my makeup. No, scratch that. I don't think I'd ever let any guy put my makeup on. Not a single one. Maybe if it was a friend that I trusted enough and they were a girl. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna wear makeup. Can't make me. Would you let an orphan Make-A-Wish kid put your makeup on? No. And I don't care if that makes me sound evil. No. No one's putting my makeup on. Yes! Yeah! She's a misanthrope. Stop appealing to her humanity. That's actually so fucking funny. So, I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do the what's it called? The VRChat horror map streams. If when Bim is alive again is down for it, I'm down to do it later today. It's either that or I reschedule, but I'm gonna have to play it by ear. because I think she is very deeply unconscious. So she may have taken a danger nap. That is entirely possible. Let's see. I'm thinking more about this. I want to make Rage look so good that he gets hit on by random dudes. And then when Rage talks, I want to see them recoil and go, what the fuck? So I'm like thinking about the process behind it, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure I need to take his measurements. If I'm doing this, I'm not half-assing it. No, I'm not just gonna do your makeup. If we're doing this, we're going the full mile. I'm gonna buy you fake tits. Yeah! We need measurements for all that stuff. Got to make it convincing. Holy shit. What did you bring upon yourself? Does Rage have any say in the cup size? I won't go overboard, but I'm gonna make them bigger. And it'll be for some, like, convention or something. I already am scared. No, the fuck you aren't. Entities are nice. They can be. Let's see. It reminds me of the car at Twitter Tran. You alright? You okay? You wanna grab my boob? That fucking meme, the fucking trend, people drawing that is so funny. Yeah, it's a thing. You doing okay? You alright? Wanna feel a boob? That's if you're on Twitter, it's on there. It's on Twitter. I mean, that would brighten up my day. I like that meme. Why can't it stop being me and let me grab boob when sad? Look, there's the other meme where it's just like, do any of the girls do this? Do you use your own boob as stress balls? And I'm just like, yes. Yes, I do. You will just be sitting there watching something and one of your hands will just be groping. And it's not like a sexual thing or anything like that. It's just that you're just kind of sitting there groping and you're just kind of like, it's just, you know, it's just the thing that we do. Sometimes I put them on the desk, but that's neither here or there. That's a, you know. Alright, so I crashed once, so how long have I been live for? I think we're almost 3 hours in, technically. I might keep streaming, but I might. Three-ish hours? Yeah, I might stream for like maybe 1 more hour. And then we'll see how things go. Okay, so trying to figure out some stuff because I think I need to feed my cat very soon. But I want to look at Steam real quick and see what horror games there are, because the horror game special are still on. So what games are there? And why is Spider-Man Miles Morales a horror game? Some of the games I see in the fucking horror game sale, like what? Hollow Knight, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Oh, Back for Blood, yeah. No, Back for Blood's a horror game. That game is yeah, that's a horror game. It's a horror how fucking awful it was. Let's see, is there anything I might want to play potentially on stream for a future horror game? Backstage Murdered Sleep. I have such a hard time telling whether or not it's going to be a good horror game or not. This is why I usually ask people that play a lot of horror games for recommendations. Because a lot of them at a glance look not good. You like Soma? I've already watched through people play through Soma, so because of the way I approach horror games, or rather just because of the way I am and the nature of what that ends up making the horror game be, it is better I experience it blind. And it would be incredibly boring if I go through a horror game that I already know what's gonna happen. Yeah. So unfortunately, it has to be something that I haven't played before. When I try FNAF, I've already watched through basically every FNAF game. That would not be good. And FNAF doesn't have any real horror in it. It's just jump scares. And I did play a FNAF. I played Into the Pit, and I played it blind, and I really liked that game. That game was really neat. It looked so nice. Into the Pit was fantastic. Yeah, I watched someone play mouthwashing, unfortunately. It's actually really unfortunate. I watched someone play. So, yeah. So I need to find some horror games that I can actually play. So, because I know it has to be, I have to be able to play through it blind. I've played Power Washing Simulator. I don't know if I've streamed it though. I don't think I have. I've collabed with it before. It wasn't a planned collab. I just randomly hopped into a stream. It's like a surprise, spontaneous collab. Good horror games. I've so far liked the Fears to Fathom series, but I find the finales a little weak. Well, not weak, a bit janky. Because of how janky it is, it ends up being a bit frustrating. I remember I Embarked Lookout, whilst I did like it, I ended up being very frustrated with the ending part. I might look into Crow 64, I know nothing about it. I do prefer, though, games that I can finish in one stream. So ideally a shorter horror game that I can finish within 4 to 5 hours. At the longest. There are 2 versions of it? Oh. Almost all of these are— yeah, I look through the tags and I'm just like, can people stop adding the horror tag to stuff that aren't horror? Please? Like, I get it, haha, funny. You put psychological horror on some titles. Can we not put it on everything? Girls are scary, so I need to let people know what games are scary by tagging with horror. Yeah. Okay, so... give me just a moment, I need to figure something out. Google found me a weird one? Dawn... Down? Dawn? Dawn? Would you pronounce Dawn? Yeah, it is, but I'm not sure if my partner's feeding her or not. What is this? This looks so interesting. I'm putting it on my wish list. I don't know if I'm buying it now, but yeah. I'm gonna give it like 10-ish minutes before I feed her myself. Just waiting. Just waiting a bit. The Annapurna Interactive Collection bundle, 26% off, 723 Australian. How many fucking games is in here? 32? What's in it? Stray, Cocoon, Neon White, What Remains of Edith Finch, Outer Worlds, Journey, Storyteller, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Donut County, Mondon, Solar Ash, Hohokum the Pathless, 12 Minutes, The Artful Escape, Last Stop, Goroga, A Memoir Blue, Maquette, Watam, Ashen, Florence, I Am Dead. The Unfinished Swan, If Found, Telling Lies, Flower, Hindsight, Thirsty Suitors, Open Rose, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. That's a good name. And Flock. Holy shit. Alright, I'm really not sure what to do. You found a sick horror game? Let me know. Give it to me. But yeah, I'm really not sure what to do for another hour, but I think I'll at least stream for another hour. There is no way I'd be able to play this on stream. Not with that title, no fucking way. But I am gonna look at this. Have you played Darkwood? Yes, I have played Darkwood. Tired of your current job? Are you missing the thrill that made you truly appreciate life? The Diamond Straits has just what you've been looking for. Experience our many resorts while getting a big paycheck at the same time. Work hard enough and you might just earn a VIP experience of your own. Yippee! Sounds like my kind of game. Add to wish list. Jesus Christ. I'm looking through these horror games right now. God, I want to actually play through Silent Hill 2. Like, probably go through it slowly. But that game is so expensive. I'm gonna go battle my demons on the toilet. Later, FB. Like, all these games are fucking $100. Oh. And that hurts every time I see how much a game is nowadays. $100 for a game is so much. Like, ow. They're so expensive. They're so expensive. But it might be fun, for maybe the future is, Silent Hill 2. Evil Within. I might actually grab this. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab this right now. Because it's probably not gonna be on special for that long. So I'm gonna grab Evil Within 2. And I'm probably gonna play it. So I'll grab this now. Not installing it. I'm gonna install it when I need to go through like a longer game. Yeah, but Silent Hill 2. Oh man. And it's a remake, right? So. Do you guys know the price of Red Dead Redemption? On PC? Because it hasn't been on PC until now. It costs more than Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, no way, man. You like can't really make it this up. Hang on, I'm gonna tweet it. I'm gonna tweet it and then you guys can see it. Hang on. Just gonna tweet this right now. There you go. You can see the price difference between Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Redemption. But why though? Actually, but why though? I don't know, dude. Rockstar's an indie company, please understand. This is actually such a travesty. You know what sucks? Citrus shortcuts. Yeah, well, if you don't want to spend money, don't you want to go grind? Want to go grind Diamond Heist? Don't you want to go grind Diamond Heist and make $1 million? No, I genuinely do not care about shortcuts. Because part of, like, I'm just like, if you get shortcuts, then you're kind of removing content from yourself, I guess. Because the only thing there is to do in GTA Online is make money. Yeah! Koeko glitch. Easy money. Yeah, that's how it is. You're telling Ricci City, oh boy. God, I feel like the rest y'all make is after I stop playing. I'm pretty sure it did come out after. But there's a heist where you go to an island and you rob a despot. And there's a thing you can do to repeat just the last part so you can avoid all the tedious prep. So you just do that on loop, and then you end up with a lot of money. But I had fun on online when I played it. Alright, so what is there? So I've got Eva within 2 now. So I think my medication is wearing off. And I'm currently a bit stumped on how I'm going to stream for another hour. So I might end. YouTube? Is that what you want? You want me to just put something on YouTube? I mean, I could. I'm not the biggest fan of reacting to stuff, but like, it is easier to do is just to put a video on it and just enjoy it together. Cause I don't know what I can add to watching a video other than my reaction to it. Yeah, I might do that and just ping if something changes. We got 3 hours in. Things happen, right? That's just how things are. Shit happens. Yeah, it took me 3 hours, but my stream crashed while I was in VR, so yeah, that ended up happening. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely lost on what to do. Yeah. think. How do I describe? Hang on, you know, I guess I could like yap for a little bit. So with trying to think up a plan B, right? How are you guys often with stuff like that? Like if you're something that you had that you were going to do, how do you guys handle it? Depends. Like, are you able to just adapt and just try and find something else to do? I think I did an okay job. We just yapped. Yeah, you just do something else. Yeah, I've just been yapping instead. Not like much changes from my regular streams. Just sit here and talk. You're pretty floaty with plans to begin with. Okay. I'm like a little bad with it. Mostly because I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I get a bit lost. So yeah, it gave me, I had to spend a little bit, I set up my desk and I was just trying to figure out what was going on, and then I was like, okay, what can I do in the meantime? And I think the answer is just yeah. Yeah, I get it, I get it. Like, we had waited for one dude, yeah? For his own birthday? Okay, yeah, go on. Was it a surprise, or was it like fully planned out? How are you late to your own birthday? Come on, dude. How are you late to your own birthday? Come on, man. Yeah, okay, I get that sense though. It's because my brain is prepared to do one thing. I'm not that great at pivoting. I will. Oh, he was plastered from IRL. Fair enough. Cause like that's what's on my mind, right? Cause I'm being like thinking about it and whatnot. Like obviously you guys knew I was very nervous about it, and I don't know. Part of me is relieved, but I feel like that's just delaying the nerves for the next time. Because I haven't had a, I'm not used to doing stuff like this. I don't do collabs. No, some shit happens, man. I'm not gonna hold anything against them. There's probably extenuating circumstances to why I didn't get a message. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I've never done collabs. I've never done a collab. The only quote-unquote collabs I've done are the ones that are spontaneous, and I ended up just with someone else on my stream. And bringing on close friends to my stream doesn't really count as a collab. That's just me bringing my friends on stream. Which I guess collabs sort of are, but not quite. VTuber collabs, I feel like content creator D&D scheduling. Sort of, I think. I'm not used to it. I've never really done it before. So, yeah. It's just how it goes. Yeah, exactly. So, like, you know, If plans fall through, just reschedule. It's really simple. Just reschedule. There's okay, look, I'm gonna say this. Some people get fucking really like uppity or like offended or whatnot, but for me it's just more of a shit happens, we reschedule, we move on. There's no room for resentment here. There's no room for getting angry or nothing like that. It's just, that's just how life is. Not everything goes as planned, and that's okay. Like, especially if I understand the circumstances people have as well. Like, if it's a really close friend that I know extremely well, and I know they've not got anything going on and have no reason really to be late, and I feel like I'm a little more like, okay, like, what happened, man? All right, you know, and they usually give a reason. I'm like, all right, fair enough. So usually it's just, you know, wait for the reason, wait for them to tell you what happened, because something always happened. Sometimes it's as simple as they overslept. Yeah, get angry when it's actually justified. So I'm not angry, not even slightly, not even slightly angry. Am I a little bit rattled or like confused or something like that? I'm a little bit. Mostly because I'm just kind of like, shit, what do I do now? So there is that, right? The whole like getting a bit jumbled up. But that's about it. Alright, so do need plan B for plan A, then a plan C for plan B. I'm not good at doing stuff like that. I may be on medication and may be able to function properly and whatnot, but that is not a skill I have because I wasn't able to develop said skill. I'm able to do one plan, and that's about it. If shit goes south, is yeah. Exactly! I would never assume she'd do anything like that. Like, I know, like, circumstances and whatnot, so she's got a lot of her own stuff to deal with. So yeah. It's just, you know, we'll reschedule and do it at a later day. Or a later time. Whenever. If she'll scream, I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen when we get to the actual horror stuff. I'm more thinking she might try and make out with it. But that's just a guess.
Who is it?
Proxy! Hello! Welcome in, Proxy. Thank you for the raid. Guess I'm not ending anytime soon. You've made the decision for me.
Ooh,
How dare you?
cool, Joker.
Smelly croc sniffer.
How dare you? I smell very nice.
Ooh, looking cool, Joker.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm just sitting here and chatting. Hey! 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 Thank you for raiding in with Proxy. I'm not a gator. I'm a crocodile. Alright? The distinction matters. That's a dial ass. Yeah, I'm not a gator, I'm a croc. Or dial. Not really heard many people use the last 4 letters of crocodile to describe a crocodile. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. If you need to, well, if you need to raid and run on Proxy, I understand. But if you do decide to stay, I appreciate it. But what were you doing? What exactly were you doing before you came here? Uma? Ah, yes, I understand. Yeah, I've just been talking for the past 3.5 hours. My stream crashed at some point, so my uptime is incorrect. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Hang on, I'm thinking real quick. My toggle's not working? Do something funny. Like what? Grow up your titties? Hang on a second, I need to... Okay, what do you... Alright. What do you... What are you redeeming? What are you doing? S react. Perfect. Alright, there we go. And then I'll put the mask on since you redeemed it. Okay, well, there you go. You redeemed abs, so now you have abs in front of the screen for 3 minutes. I don't know, looking for funny redeems. Hey, you want this? Hang on. Sus redeems? What the fuck do you mean sus redeems? Which one of my redeems are sus other than just abs? What's sus about toggling my clothes? What do you mean? Alright. Well, you can't toggle all of them off. Not all of them go off. It's just the jacket. And then, like, my glasses and face. Alright. Oh. Alright, well. So, okay. What? You trying to overload me with redeems right now? Alright, let's see. Hmm? Oh, I don't have this open. Hang on. Give me back the brain cell. Why is this not logging in? Log in, please. You working? Okay, perfect. I wonder if this can... I might be able to set up... Oh, that might actually be a bit hard to do. Okay. So I downloaded a thing for my stream recently called Mix It Up, and it lets me do some cool stuff. And that's neat. Ah! Alright. So... I should probably take my second dose. You know what? I'm going to. And, you know, I actually really do enjoy talking about ADHD stuff. Second, I need to take the medication. Okay. I've taken the second dose. So this will last a lot longer. Whether or not I decide to end whenever I end. But for now, this is it. I want to move myself a bit to the right. There we go. Can't cover up something important now, can we? Okay. I feel like there's something I wanted to ask you, Proxy. But I don't remember what it was. Because I'm pretty sure I was talking about Proxy in one of my previous streams. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I was talking about you. I missed what you asked. I don't remember what I was going to ask you. And I was trying to remember what I'm going to ask you. But I still don't remember. So... me doing that manually is actually a service there, but oh, you're putting it back on. Okay. When the lab coat is on, you can't toggle the jacket. It's the toggles are a bit strange. I'm not sure why. You put it back on. There you go. Here you go. It's a little weird. I'm like trying to. I need to tweak it. I think so that you can have the jacket take off the lab coat. I'm not sure why it does that. It's a bit strange. I need to figure that out. Because the way it currently works, if the lab coat is on, turning on the jacket when the lab coat or on or off the jacket when the lab coat is on just determines whether or not when I take the lab coat off, whether or not it's going to be on or off when the lab coat's off. And I have no idea how to make it different. I need to look at it later at some point. But hey, Valkyrie, welcome in. Wait a second, what is this? What? Hang on, I just saw a Tekken DLC. Came out 1st of October. Avatar, Mokujin skin. What the fuck do you mean Mokujin skin? Give me the character! That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. You would take a Mokujin skin and like, I want Mokujin! Match! Fuck you, Arata. What's the name of the guy that's behind Tekken 8 that isn't Harada, the other one? What's his name again? How do I keep forgetting his name? Michael Murray! Thank you. I knew it was something Murray, but I was like, what the fuck was his first name? I almost said Andrew Murray when I was just like, no, that's probably wrong, so I had to ask. Yeah. Michael Murray, give us Mokujin, please. Mickey Mouse. Shut up, Panda. Alright, so... I can't think of any good horror games from, Bill Murray? No, not Bill Murray. Trying to think. It's a horror game I played when I was young and liked. And actually got scared of because I was young. Weirdly enough, I think that game for me was Half-Life 1. And Half-Life 1 isn't really a horror game. Yeah, I actually have a story for you guys. So, during my first playthrough of Half-Life 1, there's this particular moment when you're walking out and everything's starting to go to shit, the resonance cascade and all that. There is a particular part where a scientist gets pulled through a vent by a zombie. And I remember that terrified me when I was like, I don't know, fucking 6, 7. And I closed the game and never looked back. And I think I had a huge aversion to any type of vents for the longest time. When I was really young, I used to be kind of scared of vents because I thought some sort of fucking creature was gonna come out and kidnap people. Any kind of vent. Yeah, and I remember watching the Resident Evil movie when I was really young and being kind of scared of zombies. Like, just genuinely just was scared that zombies could happen. Now look at me. Like, I am not really scared of fucking anything, other than the fact that I have abstract fears of, like, agoraphobia. There's one other that I'm not gonna mention, because it's really personal. But I have two main things that actually... I'm not really scared of anything nowadays. So, that may be a problem. Might be a problem, for, like Sento said, self-preservation. If I don't deem something is a threat, it, uh, you end up in danger when that happens. So, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, when you're younger, you're kind of scared of fucking everything. But when I got older, I'm like, I don't know, nothing scares me. Nothing phases me. I used to get, like, so I used to find things unsettling and whatnot. Now I don't really. The last game I played that left me with a very unsettling feeling, and this is as an adult, right? I'm in like my mid-20s or something like that, is when I played Song of Saya, or Saya no Uta if you're a weeb. And the reason behind that, if anyone is familiar, it is about this guy who gets into an accident. And he ends up waking up in the hospital. And they had to do surgery on him and whatnot. But what ends up happening is it gives him a form of, what's the word they use for it? Agnosia? Where his perception of the world is forever altered. And he sees the world as like some weird flesh. Like he has meat vision. He gets meat vision. And everyone that he meets, and you're playing the game and you're going through it on in the main character's point of view. And in the narrative of it, he sees people as these grotesque monsters. Grotesque as fuck monsters that he's just like, what the Yeah, and it's really hard to stay sane when food tastes like crap. It's completely altered his senses, and his ear, like all of his senses are altered. Like he can't even hear people talk properly. They like sound like a garbled mess. And normal food tastes awful. So he ends up with this meat vision and whatnot, and one day he spots someone that looks normal. He meets Saya, a girl, and she looks normal to him. And as you can guess, right, because she's the only thing in his life that looks normal, he ends up attached. And, you know, ends up being a whole thing and whatnot. And Saya is not human. Think about the implications about him having meat vision, seeing everything as some sort of grotesque flesh nightmare, seeing people as weird-ass monstrous creatures, and he meets something in that world that he depicts and perceives as normal. The implications, right? Yeah. Dude probably fell in love with an eldritch being or something like that. At least the implication is that she looks like the monstrous things that he's seeing other people turn into. That's the implication. Somewhere on the lines, one of his like college friend, one of the girls that likes him, ends up being turned into one of those things too by the first one, by Saya. There's a bunch of shit that happens. Saya eats people. That's a thing that happens. She eats people, and the main character sees her eating someone, but he doesn't perceive it that way. He doesn't even know that she's eating someone. She just looks like she's just eating some sort of like fruit or something. He can't even perceive that what's happening in front of him is she's eating a dead guy. What he sees is her just eating some sort of fruit and whatnot, and he tries it. He doesn't know what it is. He thinks it's some sort of fruit. He eats it. He's like, wow, this is like actually food I can eat. That's crazy. So he eats it. he also ends up painting his house in the most grotesque color. And to him, it makes everything not flesh anymore. But it makes everything look kind of just green. So he ends up with paint all over his house, and everything now, instead of looking like flesh, looks just sort of like a green. It just makes everything look normal but green. So, and I think the implication of the paint that he used is like, it's like brown or like blood type adjacent paint. That's the implication. Yes, something did blink in an existence in front of my model just now. It was a follow alert. Thank you for the follow, dude. So, yeah, so that's the thing. So, the main character ends up being a cannibal and not even realizing it. So, Saya, the strange, whatever the fuck she is, the eldritch being, whatever she is, ends up experimenting on the main character's neighbor. This is actually just my retelling of the story and what I remember of it. She ends up experimenting on the neighbor and essentially gives him the meat vision that the main character has. So now he sees the world in flesh and whatnot, and he's freaking the fuck out. And then he sees Saya. The neighbor sees Saya, and then he tries to... I'm not gonna say that on Twitch, but he tries to hurt her. And... main character comes in, sees this fucking monstrous thing trying to hurt his, like, you know, hurt, you know, his partner, whatnot, and he fucking kills him and whatnot. So he kills his neighbor. I mean, you know, the guy's living in a normal world where he perceives everything like a monster. It is such a, like, fucked up story. And through Saya experimenting on the neighbor and making him have the same vision, this is where the story branches off. There's a couple of ways it can end. So there's what people call the, I think it's called the true ending, where the main character decides, nah, I'm good. I want to stay like this. I'm just gonna see the world as flesh for the rest of my life. And in that ending, what ends up happening is, I think, Saya dies, but she ends up spreading her, like, I don't know what it is, her tendrils, her spores across the world. And what it's going to do is essentially turn everyone into someone like her. Into something like her. So in that ending, the world's ended. The world ends, except the silver lining is the main character will finally see the world beautiful again. Think about what that implies. But that's one of the endings. The other ending is I found that one particularly sad, is where she fixes him. So he could see like a normal person again. And he gets fixed. He gets sent into an insane asylum, because at this point, he has still killed the guy, right? So now he's in an asylum. And Saya goes there, tracks him down. She doesn't communicate with him normally. And she refuses to show herself in front of him. But she communicates to him via a phone and typing on it and like passing it through and whatnot. And so he can read. And essentially, it's the part where the main character's like, please don't leave, don't go, like, please stay, you know, show me yourself. And she just refuses to be in front of him, and she leaves, and he never sees her again. And it's really sad. Like, that's one of the really sad endings. Like, you know what she probably will look like if she ever sees her. He will be repulsed. Just like how he was repulsed by everyone else. So it's like, it's really sad. I remember reading this and being like, no, this ending sucks. No. Yeah, and then there's the third ending. Third ending is similar to the first ending, except the difference is Saya, I believe, gets killed, and so does the main character. But main character's best friend dies. The college girl that likes the main character also dies. There's also a badass doctor that I never mentioned because she's not really that relevant until the third ending. And she has a shotgun and she's like badass and whatnot. I think she also dies. Yeah, so there's a bad ending where everyone dies. I'm not remembering it fully correctly, but yeah, there's a third ending where basically everyone fucking dies. But the world is fine in that ending. But I will always remember the first ending because I thought the first ending was kind of beautiful. Because he gets to stay with her, and then she, like, dies to, like, spread her genes and whatnot across the world, and then now he's with Saya in her last moments, and now he can see the world as, you know, beautiful again. And I'm just like, that's a nice ending. I like this one. Everyone's fucking dead, the world is over, but hey, at least that main character gets to have a good time. This is a good ending. Which kind of speaks volume to me, but the second ending, fucking, oh, my heart was fucking broken, man. I was just like, no! Oh, man, that fucking sucks. Like, it's so sad, because I think the main character, his name is Fuminori, would have rathered to keep his fucking fucked up perception of the world, like the fact that he could see meat vision. He would have rather keep his meat vision than to lose Saya, and that's what's so sad about it. It's so sad. So yeah, that's Saya, the Song of Saya. There's a couple of different versions of it, but there's the original Japanese one by Nitro Plus. That's the one I'm talking about. It's such a nice, I like it a lot. One of my favorites. But after I read that story, I was so unsettled by the very concept that your perception of the world could be altered by just a fucking brain injury. that left me kind of unsettled. I couldn't sleep properly. I was just like, oh god, that sounds awful. And that sounds like a thing that can happen. There's a comic book by IDW. Yeah, I don't remember the comic being that great. Or maybe I'm just a fucking weeb and love anime, and that's why I only like the original, which is not the one by Nitro Plus. Yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, that's so I got on this long ass tangent because I was talking about when the last time I felt unsettled was, and that was it. That was the last time I was really deeply left unsettled by the entire concept that one brain injury can forever alter your perception of the world. Like some sort of fucked up synesthesia that you don't want. Like you look at an apple and it doesn't look like an apple. That type of fucked up. Could you imagine if you ended up with meat vision? I feel like most people in that situation would just end it. There's no way to live. Like, it affected everything. Every single one of his senses was affected by it. Like a blanket? It's like a long piece of fucking, like, skin and whatnot. Hang on, I've got a picture for this. I can literally show you. I can literally show you. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. The picture should be here somewhere. Oh, here we go. You see this? That's the main character. You see what he's under? That's his blanket. That's what he sees. That's what he feels. That's what he experiences. You wanna know what Saya looks like? Hang on, let me show you the painting thing that I was talking about. Look at what the world looks like to him normally, and here's the contrast. And look at what it looks like after he does or puts all the paint on all over his house. It's fucked up in green, but it still looks normal at least. And no longer fleshy and bulbous and whatnot. Now here's the thing. All of his senses are affected by it. He feels it as fleshy and whatnot. You want to see Saya? Hang on, give me a second. Let's see, what's a good picture for Saya? Let me see. I guess this will do. This is what Saya looks like. She looks like that in the middle of all the flesh and all the stuff and whatnot that the main character sees. She's the only thing he sees as normal. That's Saya. They don't show you. They don't ever show you what she actually looks like would look like to a normal person. But the implication is there. Let me see if I can find a picture of a person. This is what he sees normal people as! They're grotesque fucking, what's the word for, Cronenberg-esque looking ass things. Definitely got something like Cronenberg vibes going on. With what he sees people as. And their sounds, when they talk, they sound so fucked up to him. They sound extremely fucked up to him. Like he can't understand them speaking. And when it's translated, the text is like all fucked up. And I remember my friend telling me that when he first started reading it, he thought his game was bricked. He thought it was broken because of all the fucked up text. But no, that's intentional. All of the fucking like weird symbols and whatnot. You're supposed to go past and keep reading. But he thought the game's translations or the text was bad, like it was faulty, so he stopped playing. he did end up picking it back up later, and he's the one that recommended it to me. But the at the time, the visual novel community affectionately refers to Sai no Ta as SNU. SNU, SNU. But I liked it. It was a good read. It was definitely a good read. Yeah, so I don't want anyone to ever have to experience some sort of like perception altering brain injury. Like that shit's kind of fucking spooky. Human brains can get fucked up to the point where you see the world weirdly. And I'm pretty sure that's like maybe not to the degree of craziness that the manga visual novel has, but there's documentation and cases of people that somehow after an accident shit goes weird. Like there's one guy who ends up a savant after an accident, and he wasn't that great of a person, but after that he started seeing the world in fucking fractals. You guys remember that guy? Aphasia is a new fear. Yeah! So you can, after reading that, that's what unsettled me the most, was the fact that I learned about this being an actual condition that people can have. So fucking spooky. Like, what if he's just one day... No, there's actually documentation with someone that they have the condition that makes people's faces look demonic. There is a condition that makes it so everyone you see, their faces look kind of evil and demonic. It's actually a real thing, and it's been documented. So, it's not... It's really scary to think that you could potentially be one brain injury away. One brain injury away from seeing everyone as a monster. Is Resident Evil Revelation 2 good? I've never played it, so I wouldn't be able to answer you. But hey, hope you guys liked that brief co-summary of a visual novel that I like. I don't know how long it took me to give that entire summary. But that's the general gist of it. Yeah, there's a couple of other ones, but that one stood out to me. As like, it's just unique. I haven't really read many stories like that. It's really unique. If there's like one that I think I've seen a bit of bits and pieces of it, I haven't gone through it myself. I might one day go through it myself. Slay the Princess seems to have a really interesting storyline behind it. I just got it and I'm playing that raid mode. It's scary. You'll be fine. Okay, so what else is there? I wonder if I've got any other stories, any other summaries of stories I've read that are kind of fun or interesting. I'm trying to remember. Let me dig through my brain for a bit. You know, I couldn't really think of a good story that I've read that's like similar in terms of quality to Sai no Uta, but anyone watch the Final Destination series? Like the first movie, second movie. I actually kind of like the second movie. And then there's a third movie, and I think the fourth or fifth movie. I don't remember which ones they were, but one of the movies ending up being a prequel was actually kind of neat. That one was kind of cool. Uh, I could not fucking that one guy that goes fuck death. He fucking does the weight, yeah, and the weights crush his head. That shit's so funny. But the second movie, had a thing in it, and where they like, oh, and the cop and the girl survived, and then I think they ended up like quote unquote retconning it or making them have off-screen deaths. Like it's like an Easter egg type of thing you have to find where you just spot a document where they're dead, and I'm like, oh, so you make it so no one can fucking. Rube Goldberg death shit, it gets me, man. I actually like it because of that. Nowadays, when I was a kid, my dad watched Final Destination 2, and there are two parts. First part that made me really unsettled is when the kid that's scared away the pigeons got fucking crushed by the pallet, or whatever the fuck that is. Construction work dropped on top of him because of fucking pigeons and whatnot. He fucking dies. He gets crushed. He goes splat. Right? There's a second part that unsettled me. It's his mother. She's grieving, right? Her son's dead. She's not okay. She leaves. There's a guy with hooks, and they're like, "Oh my god, the hook man's gonna kill you!" And I'm like, "No, that's just like a sign of what's gonna happen." And what ends up happening is one of the hooks gets caught on her hair. She tries to get out of the elevator, and then her head gets caught between the elevator doors, and it's just her head and across on the other side of the elevator door, and the elevator's faulty, so the doors don't open, they just keep staying closed, and she's kind of clamped shut, and the elevator starts going up. She gets decapitated by this. That's when my, like, however old I was at the time, got so fucking scared and unsettled by that, I stopped watching, and my dad continued watching, whatever. But I kept watching. I was just like, that's so scary. And for at least several weeks after that, when I was really young, I was so terrified that my bunk bed was gonna fall on me. Because I had a bunk bed and I slept on the bottom. It was like a double-sized bottom area, and there was like a bunk atop above it, right? I had a bunk bed. I didn't have anyone to share it with. I just had a bunk bed. So usually the top bed would be for storage, but I was terrified that the top bunk would fall on me while I was sleeping. Final Destination made me scared that my top bunk was gonna fall on me and kill me. I find that so fucking funny. I was a fucking idiot. Oh, it was held up by very sturdy poles. It was reinforced. It wasn't gonna fall. It wasn't going to fucking fall. That shit was welded on there. How would it even fucking fall? But yeah. That's a fun little story. Final Destination was... Yeah, it was metal. It was metal. It was welded. Ain't no way it's gonna fall. On its own. Like, it's designed to support how much fucking weight? Yeah. Wood? Yeah, I'd be a little bit more worried about wood. But you know, it was metal. It was a metal bunk bed. Yeah, that movie... What other movies have I watched? I like horror movies. Oh, what was the movie called? Someone made me watch this, and I think it was called Death Day? Okay, made me is fucking hyperbole or whatever the fuck. It didn't actually make me watch it. They were just like, you need to watch this. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, Happy Death Day. Yeah, 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 yeah. No one can make me do fucking anything. Let's be fucking real. If you ask me to do something, I already fucking feel like doing it, so. You can't get me to do something I don't want to do. Let's be real here, okay? You can't force me to do shit. But, like, it's just the language I use. That movie was kind of fun. It was horror in the way that girl was stuck in a death loop. She was stuck in a death loop trying to figure out... behave. Fallen Sky, behave. Yeah, I thought that movie was fun. Did we watch Death Day 2, Rage? I don't remember why we stopped. I think you, like, said something or complained or said it was shit, or I can't remember. There's a reason we stopped. But yeah, Death Day 1, she finally escapes the loop, and then turns out that she's now back in the loop. And turns out every time she loops, she gets less and less healthy. And then the second movie had some, like, parallel fucking... universe bullshit. It was really weird. M. Night Shyamalan movies have you watched? I'm not actually sure. Let me check. Let's see. Sixth Sense. Unbreakable. I've seen Unbreakable. Split. I remember watching Split. I'm pretty sure I've seen Glass. I liked Unbreakable. Weird trilogy, though. Split was a ride. Is that it? So you only have 20 movies. Really? Then I guess it's just like Sixth Sense, fucking Unbreakable and whatnot. But yeah, I watched Unbreakable, the Split, Glass. That trilogy was really strange. And Sixth Sense, fucking I See Dead People. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm not particularly much. I'm not the biggest movie buff. I do like movies, but I don't really like consume a whole bunch of movies. So whatever I've seen, it's usually earlier in my life. I don't really watch movies nowadays, other than like specific ones. Like I want to watch the Venom movie, the new one that's out. Last Dance, the Last Dance or whatever it's called. Yeah, I want to watch that. Yeah, I like movies, but I don't seek them out. Yeah. Like that. Why the Last Airbender? Oh. Later, the guy. No problem. Yeah, so... what else is there? I've talked about a movie I liked when I was in high school. It was a very sappy romance called Just Like Heaven. If anyone knows Just Like Heaven, it's a romance movie starring Reese Witherspoon and Mark Ruffalo. And that's where I knew Mark Ruffalo from, and it was really weird to see him become the Hulk. Can I just say, when he was from one of my favorite movies, and he was just the guy in a romance movie, and then later on I found out he became the Hulk, I was just like, what the fuck? Not on my bingo. There's nothing crazy in it. It's very just romance. There's no like explicit shit. There's no like, there's maybe kissing, and that's about it. But yeah, that's a thing. I remember really liking that movie. Really liked Just Like Heaven, which is one of my favorite movies. Which is probably the girliest thing you'll ever hear me say. What other movies are— oh, there was what was that movie? Keanu Reeves is in it, and he's able to write letters to this woman that's 2 years in the future. Oh, do you guys remember what it was called? Romance movie featuring Keanu Reeves, and there's like a 2-year time gap between them because of the weird letter thing. Anyone remember? Good night, Sento. Does anyone remember the name of this movie? I know I have enough of a description to actually look it up, but does anyone remember? Have you watched it? Lake House, thank you! Yeah, so, Lake House. I really liked Lake House as well. And we find out that one of the reasons that they weren't able to unite is there's some time travel shit where he sees her and tries to go to her earlier before she ends up finding out about it. And he ends up dying, and she finds out that he died. So what she does is she sends a letter back saying, don't try and come and find me before this date. Don't come and find me. If you see me, don't approach me and whatnot. So she ends up saving him, and she goes on with her life, and then he shows up at the lake house and they unite, and then it's very like, it's cool. It's like kind of romantic and whatnot. I was like, this is neat. I like this. I like the lake house. That's another movie I really like. Which I note that is another romance movie. So, as for other favorite movies, like fucking Matrix. I fucking love The Matrix, the first Matrix. Yeah, he got cop blocked by time itself. Some time shenanigans. Time Traveler? Was it the Time Traveler's wife? That movie, I like that movie. That movie was a bit wild. Oh yeah, Phone Booth! That's a fun movie. I like that movie. What else was there? I'm trying to think. Oh, there's a movie I really liked, but they never did a sequel or anything, even though they set up for it. It was called Push. I really liked Push. I'm actually really sad that they didn't continue Push, but apparently Push didn't do well at the box office, so it never got a sequel. Which sucks, because I liked it a lot. And I think if they revisited it might do better, maybe not, I don't know. All I know is that a lot of people found it after the fact and really liked it. I'm guessing it was just poor awareness of the film. I don't actually know what happened. But I really liked Push. That's another movie I really like. I don't think of movies I like, other than the obvious ones. Obviously, I like Matrix. movies. Oh! I have to say this movie, and it's gonna sound kind of stereotypical because it's like, it's a well-renowned movie. Very, very well-renowned movie. I really like Shawshank Redemption. It is actually one of my favorites. Shawshank Redemption, and it's crazy because it's so well regarded. But I actually agree after watching it myself. I really like Shawshank Redemption. Good movie. Very good movie. What else? I'm trying to think of all the movies I used to watch a million times when I was young. Or rather, when I was like more of a teenager. I like Wanted. I think it's called Wanted. Yeah, Wanted, where they curved the bullets. I thought it was really stupid but fun. I don't think it's a good movie. I just like it. Trying to think of all the movies that I've watched. I've watched a lot of movies. And some of them just, I do not remember. I'm pretty sure I don't remember some of these movies. Real Steel? Which Real Steel? I think there was a Jack Black movie, Gallagher's Tales? I think it's called. It's the one where he's in another world with the little people. I think it's what it's called. Jack Black starred in it. Was it Gulliver or Gallagher's Tales? Travels? And there's like the I can't remember what they're called, the small people, Lilliputians or something. It's like a fantasy one, and they're like they also set that up to be kind of like a sequel. Gulliver's Travel, thank you. I liked that movie, but they didn't do anything else with that, even though they set it up for it. Oh, there's a lot of movies I've watched that like sort of set up for a sequel, but the sequel never came. Hey, Abyssalite. What else was there? School of Rock is fantastic. I love School of Rock. Yeah, you know, you're right. You're actually right. School of Rock. I completely forgot. Trying to think of what other movies I watched. I Am Number 7. I don't have the best memory of it, but I remember watching it and thinking, "Oh, cool! I'll watch the sequel," and the sequel never happened. So that's another one. That's another fucking movie that I thought was, that's neat. Can't wait for the sequel, I guess. And then the sequel never came. So that's another one. I think it's called I Am Number 7. Might have been some other number. I actually just remembered a movie. Return to Witch Mountain? Or something? It's where fucking the Jack Black in the taxi meme comes from, if you guys remember that one, with the two passengers, with the girl and the boy or whatnot. I think it's Return to Witch Mountain? Let me look this up. Let me see if I actually got that right. Oh, Race to Witch Mountain. It's Race to Witch Mountain. Mount that witch. Shut up. Yeah. And No, not Jack Black. Fucking Rock. The Rock. Didn't I not say The Rock? I may have accidentally said Jack Black in between somewhere there, but I think I started with Jack Black. Not Jack... Fuck me. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Did I say Jack Black? Okay, I meant The Rock. They're not at all the same person, so I don't even know how that even happened. So that's that movie. I don't remember it being particularly good. I just remember it. I don't quite remember what happened in the movie, so it must not have been very good. What else movies are there? I'm trying to think. Of movies. Oh, I love Limitless. Limitless was cool. I really liked Limitless. Really, really liked Limitless. I actually forgot that's like one of the movies. I wish the series got more. I feel like they could have fleshed it out a bit more and like gone in a direction that works. But they ended up like axing it or like cutting it after one season, so we didn't get up with anything. And there's no real way to watch the Limitless series. Like they kind of set up the original character of the movie as like the antagonist of the series, and then they switched it to be his right-hand man that betrayed Eddie Mora, but they never resolved. There's so many loose ends. There's so many loose ends in Limitless, the series, which is honestly a shame. I think. I thought the series was fun. Could have been a little less crime of the week. Could have been a little less crime of the week. Could have gone with more longer form storytelling and not just crime of the week with storytelling as an added extra. They should have had more story arcs and beats and whatnot. All right, so the movies I've watched: Puss in Boots. Second Puss in Boots movie, really fucking good. I love that movie. Last Star or something. Stardust, the one, the princess that all die in De Niro and drag. No, but you reminded me of a movie I really fucking loved, but it got kind of stopped in the water by Christians. Yeah. They really didn't like the fact that this movie existed, so the sequels never ended up becoming a reality. It was Golden Compass. I really liked Golden Compass, and I think there was supposed to be a TV series, but I think that TV series bombed, which sucks. But I really liked Golden Compass. There was B. Jorgensen? Hang on, Golden Compass. What was his name? Yeah! Eoric Bernison! It was the name of a fucking talking polar bear. That shit was fucking cool. And he's the king of the what's it called, bears? Pansabion. Golden Compass was a movie that didn't actually get to... They didn't get to make a sequel because there was too much pushback because it was atheist media. So we didn't get any of the sequels with it. The Indian movie with the guy fucking killing everyone seemed cool, but I never got to watch it. Kill House? Or just Kill? I can't remember what it was called. Do you want to watch it? I'd watch it again, because I wasn't really paying attention at the start. I only started paying attention when he started killing everyone. Oh, God. This is actually difficult trying to remember all the movies I've watched. I remember if I see them, but trying to just dig through memories, it's kind of hard. I remember watching Triple X and the sequel Triple X. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm trying not to include any of the mainstream movies that most people just have watched. Like Spider-Verse is very good, very much like them. Obviously, I've watched the original Spider-Man trilogy. I don't think I've watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans. I think I've only watched one of them. Chronicles of Riddick. And there's Pitch Black as well. Pitch Black, the prequel to Chronicles of Riddick. I genuinely liked Chronicles of Riddick. It was kind of dumb though. The storytelling of Chronicles of Riddick kind of fucking sucks and blows ass. The story at the end of that. However, I did really like Pitch Black. Pitch Black was cool. Dude, Tokyo Drift is such a good movie. I love that movie. What else is there? Do actually need to go through the Fast and Furiouses because I actually kind of wanted to see Hobbs and what? I don't remember what it was called, but I want to go through the other Fast and Furiouses that I haven't gone through. There's like 10 of them now. It's crazy. Okay, trying to dig. Hobbs and Shaw, thank you. Alright, so there's that. Trying to think of Fight Club was a good movie. Fight Club was a good movie. I'm trying to just think of random actors' names I remember and trying to remember movies that they remind me of. Oh, Jason Statham. He played I forgot the name of the movie. It's like I think there's 3 of them. It's like an action, right? Action movie with Jason Statham. I think there's at least 3 of them. Is it Equalizer? No, it's not Equalizer. It's something else. What was it? Transporter. Yeah, I remember watching Transporter movies. That's the movies I've watched. There was a movie I think that was called Repo Men that I liked. I don't remember the name of the actor though. 2010 film starring what is your name? Jude Law. I would have never remembered that name. But he was kind of like a prominent-ish actor, right? Jude Law. If anyone remembers Jude Law. Oh, Nobody was a good movie. I liked Nobody as well. Yeah. Nobody. I enjoyed Taken. I can't believe there was Taken 2 and 3, and I really didn't watch them because I didn't want them to be sequels. I didn't want there to be a sequel because I thought the first movie was good enough on its own. And then I heard about how it's really fucking weird because they take him, the guy, fucking Liam Neeson, they take him as well. I'm just like, what? What do you mean he takes, what? He's the one that gets killed? Hi, please don't eat me? Hello. Welcome into the stream, Codman. Don't eat you, probably won't. I'm well fed. Does she get taken again in 2? Is that what happens? Because I think in 3, he gets taken. I don't actually know what happens. I haven't watched them. Okay, Nobody was good. Ooh. There's a Jackie Chan movie. I really liked. I think it was The Foreigner. Yes, Jackie Chan movie called The Foreigner. I liked that movie. And I think Jackie Chan's like actually playing the villain in that one, and that's kind of wild. It's a revenge story. He is the hero, he's the protagonist, but he's not doing good stuff. He's a villainous. He's a villain in that movie. He's a war vet, and he's seeking revenge for the death of his daughter. And he kind of slips under the radar by kind of pretending to be a just a Chinese immigrant, basically. Interesting to find a crocodile VTuber. Crocodiles are my favorite. Yo, that's awesome. Same. That's why I'm a crocodile. Yeah. You know what I don't like? Rock the Dwayne Johnson. I fucked his name up, but you get who I'm talking about. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. I'm just calling him that from now on. Anyway, he ended up playing Black Adam, and Black Adam is a villain, but they had to fuck with the plot of the movie because he has some sort of good guy contract or something clause, like a good guy clause where he can only play good characters and can't be a villain. So Black Adam ended up being really shit. Did you know The Rock is actually in Get Smart, and he's actually the villain in that movie? Like he's the plot twist. He's the one that's the traitor at forgot the name. Control. He was a bad guy in Doom. He was also the bad guy in The Scorpion. Oh my god. I will never forget the bad CG Scorpion in that movie. Holy shit. Oh god, there's so many movies I've watched. I could probably sit here and talk about movies for ages. Let's see, what other movies have I watched? I've obviously watched a lot of like foreign films, but they're not as common for people to have watched. But there is one that you may have watched. It's a Jackie Chan movie called New Police Story. That's one of my favorites. New Police Story is really good. And I believe it follows... There's also a New Police Story 2, I believe. And he's like a lot older, and there's some other shit that happens. I don't quite remember it because it wasn't as good. What other movie is there? I'm trying to think. Oh! Speaking of Jackie Chan, there's another movie I remember. It was kind of dumb, but I kind of like it. Do you guys remember The Medallion? Does anyone remember The Medallion? That movie was so silly. There's also Tuxedo. Oh, The Tuxedo. Was it The Tuxedo or just Tuxedo? I can't remember. That's the other Jackie Chan movie. I've watched Medallion more than once. I love Karate Kid starring Jackie Chan. I haven't watched that one. I kind of want to. But I'm not watching it alone. Cause I look at that movie, I'm like, you're not Miyagi. Movies. There's that one movie. There's this one movie that I watch. It's a horror one. I can't remember the number. It's a hotel something. Guy gets trapped in a hotel, haunted hotel. Anyone remember? Hotel 19 something. I can't remember the name of the numbers. You guys know the movie I'm talking about. It's a horror movie. He's in a haunted hotel. Please, someone help me. Hotel something. He gets trapped in the hotel, and it's kind of ambiguous whether he dies or lives. I'm gonna have to Google it. Hotel 1408, I think. Yeah, 1408. The movie's just called 1408. Okay. Room 14. It's just 1408. Okay, yeah, that's the movie. It's set in a hotel. I actually like Haunted Mansion. That movie's fun. I like the singing heads. Did you know there's a Haunted Mansion 2? I've never watched it. I haven't watched it yet, but did you know there's a second one? There's a sequel? And I think it was relatively recent. Let me look at this. 2003, we had The Haunted Mansion. I thought there was a The Haunted Mansion 2. Is that the 2023 film supposed to be? It is. It's a reboot? Oh, it's not a second movie. Why? Why not just make the sequel? Well, I guess, I guess sequels are kind of like, ugh. Okay, I guess Haunted Mansion got a reboot. Fair enough. Movies I've watched. Dr. Dolittle. I'm just trying to remember random names of movies, and usually it's through an actor that's related to the movie that I previously listed, and it reminds me of another movie. What's that movie? It's a movie where this girl ends up being really smart through drugs and whatnot, and I think by the end of the movie she ends up being uploading herself or some shit into technology. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. She like takes something. She takes a drug or something, and it ends up enhancing her, and she ends up going beyond just being a human. And there's like a home film of them trying to chase her. What the fuck was that called? Lucy! It's called Lucy! Anyone remember that movie? Yeah, I liked Lucy. I like that movie. There's a couple of movies I remember watching that just kind of featured like a burned spy type thing. And there was another movie. Yeah, she turns into a USB. Yeah, that's essentially what happens. Weirdly enough, I remember there's a movie called that I watched. I think it's a movie. Is it a movie? Or is it a series? No, it's a movie. I watched one called Salt. I don't remember it very well. And if I don't remember it well, then it mustn't have been that good. Or not memorable. But I remember watching one called Salt, and I'm trying to remember the act. It was Angelina Jolie. So what has Angelina Jolie featured in that I have watched? Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Okay, where's her filmography? Here we go. I'm just gonna look through Angelina Jolie. Yeah, Tomb Raider. I remember Tomb Raider. Gone in 60 Seconds. I've watched that. Shark Tale. I wasn't actually trying to think of any animated movies. I've watched a lot of them. Beowulf. Have I watched Beowulf? You guys remember Beowulf? I feel like I've watched this movie. But it's not ringing a bell. Because there's like another movie that's shadowing it because of like the similar feeling that the name invokes. What even happens in Beowulf? But for whatever reason, it reminded me of another movie I've watched. How familiar are you guys with Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief? I wonder if they made a sequel. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. There's a remake? Wait, really? There's a remake? Oh, there's Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Well, the original film, The Lightning Thief. Okay, no. It is the remake that I watched. Was Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. Also known as Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Okay. So, that one. And there's a sequel that released in 2010? A video game based on the film was released on the Nintendo DS. A sequel, Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters, was released on August 7th, 2013. I remember this film and them ending up in the underworld, and what's her name? The one that's married to Hades, what the fuck is her name usually? I forgot. Wife of Hades. I'm so bad with names. Unless they're like super like Persephone. Persephone. Thank you. Persephone helps them escape. I remember that plot point. They help them escape the underworld. Yeah, so Sea of Monsters. I haven't actually watched Sea of Monsters. What other movies have I watched? Do I have any Johnny Depp movies I've watched? Let me look. I like this movie. Okay, I have a story actually. So this is a movie that I watched that Sweeney Todd. Anyone remember Sweeney Todd? Demon Barber of Fleet Street. It's a movie I really like. It's actually definitely one of the movies, one of my favorites. I actually really like that movie. I forgot about it until now because I haven't watched it in so long. There's actually a story I have with that. At the time I was boarding, I watched it with the how the fuck do I describe this? One of the kids of the house, she was a teenager at the time. I watched a Sweeney Todd with them. Wait, no, actually, no, I'm pretty sure she fell asleep while I was watching it. and then she decided to watch the rest on her own. And then she watched the rest on her own and whatnot. I got in trouble from her mother because she got nightmares from it. I'm like, how is that my fault? She didn't even finish the movie and went to watch it on her own. What, is it my fault for just exposing her to the fact that the movie exists? What the fuck, man? The title is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. He kills people, and then the people get turned into pies. That's the plot of the movie. You go in to get your hair cut or get a shave, and you end up dead. We had a kid whose mother was not happy because we watched The Simpsons when I was younger. So there was another movie that I watched. Edward Scissorhands. Who remembers Edward Scissorhands? I loved Edward Scissorhands. What a neat movie. Very sad what happens, Edward Scissorhands. That was a good movie. And then I remember someone made a fucking really stupid parody, and it was fucking Edward Penis Hands. What else was there? Trying to think, because I'm not really much of like a Johnny Depper, so to speak. I liked Pirates of the Caribbean. I liked all of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember there being a high budget Pirates of the Yeah. Let's see. Pirates of the Caribbean I liked. No way this was a thing. 2016. Donald Trump's Art of the Deal, the movie. Johnny Depp starring as Donald Trump. Oh, God. He had to play Trump? Oh! What actors? What prominent actors are there that I can use to find a movie? Let's see. Randomly look at Brad Pitt. Let's see if there's any movies here that I recognize. Oh, that's right. That's right. Brad Pitt's in Deadpool 2. It's a cameo. He's the Vanisher. Seven? Don't remember that movie. Don't think I've watched it. I've actually not... Wait. Oh yeah, Bullet Train! I love Bullet Train. He voices one of the Krill in Happy Feet 2. Still talking movies? Yeah. Because I feel like there's a bunch more movies that I've watched and I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. He did Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I actually watched that movie. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, blah, 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 Fight Club. Yeah, I mentioned Fight Club ages ago. That's the only movie that comes to mind when I talk about Brad Pitt. Traded Reynolds cameos and coffee. That's funny. It's so funny that Brad Pitt is the invisible guy, and then he dies, and that's the only time that Brad Pitt shows up in Deadpool 2. That's so funny. Was Ryan Reynolds in Bullet Train? What was he in? What was he in Bullet Train? Adam Sandler movies? 30 First Dates? I'm pretty sure I've seen, was it 30 or 50? I thought it was 50 First Dates. Don't remember Waterboy. I don't remember Waterboy. I don't think I've watched Waterboy. I've watched Deuce Bigelow. You know what movie I remember? I have watched Click. I really like Click. Click is a really good movie. But you know what that reminds me of? Rob Schneider, The Animal. Do you guys remember The Animal? Uncut Gems I haven't watched, but I heard it's like he like wins big and is able to pay them off, but they don't let him, they just kill him straight up and he dies. He fucking dies even though he won to pay them. Yeah. Longest Yard. I remember Longest Yard. Is Longest Yard the one where he broke it in my nose? Is that the one? Is that Longest Yard? Or is that something else? There is a movie I watched, and I don't think it's Adam Sandler. I think it's Rob Schneider. Big... Oh, maybe no. Maybe it is Adam Sandler. Hang on. Adam Sandler is in The Longest Yards. Who did Big Stan? Big Stan. It is Rob Schneider. Who's watched Big Stan? I actually liked Big Stan. Big Stan was fun. I'm just remembering movies through actors and what they've acted in. Like I'm like pulling on a thread right now. I'm literally just kind of pulling on a thread of memories and trying to fucking remember what movies they've starred in to try and remember the movies I've watched. Let's see. Although a release... Wait, Big Stan was a straight to DVD? Wait, who's Henry Gibson? Hang on, I feel like I know this. Oh! Did you know Henry Gibson was his last film he starred in was Big Stan? I remember his character. He was the old guy in the prison. Really? So wait, this never... The budget was 7.5 million and they made 8.7 million at the box office. This movie kind of bombed. But it was a fun movie. I liked it. It was just all about a real estate con artist who got sentenced 3 years in prison. And he spent 6 months training so he could survive in prison. There's got like it had such fucking wild fucking stuff. Where is it? Where is it? There's a character that was supposed to be like the guru. David Carradine. I feel like he's been in more roles than that. Okay, trying to think. What was the movie called? Was it Gran Torino? That where Clint Eastwood. Was it Gran Torino? Was that movie? It's a movie I've wanted to watch, but I don't think I've ever had a chance to. Let's see. Thinking. You guys remember any other movies? What was that name of the movie where they had the girl that had 3 boobs? Anyone remember? Close Recall? Total Recall? I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the movie. Total Recall, thank you. Okay, it was Total Recall. Alright. Oh, give me a list. Gone in 60 Seconds. I want to remember... I'm pretty sure I've watched Italian Job. Wait, hang on. Which one was Italian Job? Is that the one where they escape in the small cars at the end? Was that one's Italian Job, right? Wasn't Italian Job a heist movie? Mini Coopers? Yeah. I like that movie. Drive. I don't remember Drive. I don't think I remember Drive. That one doesn't ring a bell. What other movies are there? Black Hawk Down. Yeah. Go watch Drive. I might watch it or go look at it. I might look at it and see if it seems familiar. But through the name alone, it's not ringing any bells. This looks familiar. Have I watched this? I might have watched this. I might need to watch it again. Or for the first time. I'm not sure which it is. It's a 50-50. We'll find out. I'll go watch it at some point. Got any more movies? Because I'm just trying to go through the list of movies I've watched, and I don't actually have an actual list. I'm just trying to go off of memory here. Let's see. Yours is off memory too. There's obviously like a lot of animated movies that I've watched throughout the years, but I'm not really counting those because those are like kind of cheating. They're very memorable, mostly because they're animated, and I remember animated movies way more easily than I do movies with acting in them. Oh, there's a movie I liked. Do you guys remember League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? That one was kind of cool. I liked that one. And then there's okay, this movie's not good, but I remember it. It's not that good of a movie, but I know people liked it as well. So, Jumper. I liked Jumper. Kind of dumb movie, but it was kind of fun. So, let's see. Yeah, Jumper's a fun movie. remember all like the silly like actionist one. Yeah, Wanted was the one with the curving bullets, and the one where Angelina Jolie at the very end, her character is just like, no, if the loom said that we all supposed to die, then we're all gonna die. So she curves the bullet and kills everyone and then herself at the end. I'm just like, oh, you mean you managed to curve a bullet and it kept enough momentum to go through like 7 other skulls and have enough penetrating power at the end of it to kill you too? Ah, yes, I understand. I liked that movie. It was so dumb. Curving a bullet is so dumb. I mean, bullets do curve. They have fall off, right? That's just gravity. Curving it the other way, I don't think that's possible. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think it is. Maybe? I don't know. Fast and Furious, too Fast and Furious? Yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow. Tokyo Drift is a fucking. Now You See Me. I remember the Now You See Me 2. I think it's Now You See Me 2. Now You See Me 2 is the one where they do the stupid fucking wicked card tricks, right? And they were trying to heist like a USB. Yeah. Now You See Me is good. Now You See Me is good. Now You See Me is good. And then they fucking have a disappearing act at the end and they all disappear. Hello, JMJ. JMNJ. I missed the letter, sorry. Yeah, that card trick's going through security. I will always remember that scene. I'll always remember that scene. Good movie. Oh, speaking of magic, that reminded me of another movie I really liked, The Prestige. I really liked The Prestige. That movie is... Holy shit, Hugh Jackman's character is so fucking stupid. Yeah, I know it was Now You See Me Too. Dude, Hugh Jackman's character in Prestige is so fucking stupid. Gains access to a clone machine instead of actually working with his clone. He's just, you know what he decides to do? Ah, yes. Hmm? Oh, I see. That is, I just saw that I had an alert that someone redeemed Ask a Question. It's verified only, so I can't chat. The name is JM. I was gonna say hi, Punk Croc. Hello! Why are you not able to verify your account? Okay. Yeah, hello. Okay, so... Dude, Now You See Me 2 should have been called And Now You Don't. But holy shit. No one would understand that it was the sequel. Because, yeah, people are stupid. And Now You Don't would have been such a fucking great title. So there is... Baby Driver does not sell what... No, it doesn't. And can I be honest? I only liked the start of the movie. The rest of the movie was kind of snooze. It was good-ish. But I feel like the start of the movie is, like, the whole movie. I hate to be, like, to undersell it, but it peaked so early. It's the only part of the movie that's memorable. I remember the rest. but the rest of the movie, they started way too strong for what the rest of the movie was. Like, it wasn't bad, but the start overshadowed the rest of the movie. Like, if I wanted to rewatch that movie, I'd only watch the first part, and then I'm done. The start went all... The start of that movie went too fucking hard, I think. I think that movie went too hard at the start, and it just kind of fell off. Are there? I don't know if there are. Like, consistently gripping the entire movie? Oh, you know, you're right. Tokyo Drift definitely did. Yeah, no, you're right, you're right. What's the name of the movie where they're on a bus and they can't go below a certain speed? Was it Speed? Is it literally called Speed? I like Tequila Shootout and the foot chase with the cops. Yeah, okay, so it's Speed. I actually like a lot of movies Keanu Reeves is in. Like, I know I started with this at the very start when I was talking about movies I liked. The Lake House was one of them. I really liked The Lake House. What other Keanu Reeves movies do I like? Gamer! I liked Gamer. I actually like Gamer. That movie was wild. It actually is. Not many people know about Gamer. Such a strange concept. And then there's like assassins or some shit, and then the guy that yeah, there's like a bunch of shit to it. Bourne trilogy, I guess. I remember watching the Bourne trilogy. Yeah, Transporter. We were talking about Jason Statham earlier. He has other movies. Oh yeah, the Hitman movie. That's a game adaptation though, right? So like, I'm not counting game adaptations in my memory because they're like easier to remember. Those are kind of a given that I've watched most of them. Hitman was good. You're right. Hitman was good. There have been a couple good game adaptation movies. Assassin's Creed was actually shit. Yes, you are right. What was the last good game adaptation movie? Trying to remember. There was another one that they did that was kind of recenter within the last 5 years, I think, that they did it justice. You guys remember which video game it was? Thank you! Mario movie! Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Mario movie went hard. I love that movie. I knew there was a video game movie that was good. I just couldn't remember which one. Yeah, it was the Mario movie. It's because I'm limiting my thinking to just acting movies and not animated. Non-animated films is what I've been thinking of. But I'm trying to think of Jason Statham movies. He has quite a few. Isn't there one where he's with Jet Li? Do you guys remember the one that he was in Jet Li with Jet Li? I can't remember which movie that was. Because there's another movie where Jet Li stars with the other actor. I can't remember what the actor was, what the actor's name was, but I think it was Cradle to the Grave. Anyone remember Cradle to the Grave? Who was the actor? Who was the co-star for with Jet Li? Who was it? It was Jet Li and someone else. Fuck. pretty sure it was like a Jet Li duo movie where there was like two characters and they were like fighting through a bunch of shit. I don't remember the plot of Cradle to Grave. I just remember it was a lot of action. Which, actually, I just remembered a movie. Fourth Element. I really liked Fourth Element. And mostly because I randomly remembered Rush Hour, because I remember Chris Tucker. Then I remember Jason Statham, and for whatever reason, Jason Statham and Bruce Willis, for whatever reason, invoke the same, like, feeling to me, even though they're very different. But I feel like that's not unique to me. I think people have mistaken them for each other before, for movies particularly. Like, they'll remember Bruce Willis being in the movie even though it was not. Retired, Extremely Dangerous film series, comedic action. No, I have not. Okay, now there's something I want to remember here. Who was like your favorite like sad movie where like the ending is like sad? I'm trying to remember one and I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't quite pull through memories of movies I watched that I actually got sad at. Ah, shit, there definitely was some. There definitely was some for me. Oh, there's one I remember. Hang on, I need to find it. I need to find it. It was a romance. It was a romance one. Mostly a movie that made you sad. Not it's specifically a sad movie. I remember this movie. I thought was so like was actually. I remember crying a bit, but there's a movie. It was called P.S. I Love You. Hi, cat. Hello. Yeah, I really liked that movie. It was called P.S. I Love You, and her husband left her 10, like voicemails or letters or something. I can't remember. Oh my god, the first Pokemon movie was fucking Jesus Christ. Ash turning to stone is that one's unfair. Did you know the fact that they did it to him again? They did it to Pikachu again. There's another movie where they make Pikachu sad again. Why? Pikachu didn't deserve this. Come on, man. Leave Pikachu alone. Stop hurting Ash. But yeah, P.S. I Love You was I remember being it was like it's like bittersweet. It's a process. Okay, so the way the P.S. I Love You works is that she had her late husband left her a bunch of letters or voicemails. I can't remember what was particularly, but that doesn't matter. She left a bunch of messages, and she goes on like a bit of a journey or whatnot, and going through the letters, and like her family is thinking it's unhealthy. She needs to move on and whatnot. And throughout the movie, while she's going through and getting the letters, the messages that were left to her by her late husband, by the end of the movie, she does end up moving on and finding someone. And I think she ends up finding one of his friends or something. And it's just the movie is about the entire movie is about healing and grief, basically, and the process of moving on. So, yeah, I remember liking that movie. But that's how P.S. I Love You. I'm trying to remember any other movies I actually kind of cried at. I remember there was a Street Sharks and the dinosaur cartoon. I can't remember what it was called. What was it called? What was it called? Dino Vengers? Was it the Dino Vengers? It was the Dino Vengers. Extreme Dinosaurs. Okay, so there was this one part. I was really young, and there was a Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs crossover. And I think one of the members, I don't remember if it was one of the dinos or one of the sharks, but one of them ends up like being left out or whatnot. And I remember being really sad that they left him out or something. And then I remember the character being kind of sad about it, that they were like doing something. They like ostracized him or some shit. So I don't remember the plot. All I remember is that it made me sad. Random thing to remember. Fucking, if you remember Street Sharks or Extreme Dinosaurs at all. Really long time ago. One Piece has made me cry multiple fucking times throughout the entirety of the series. Naruto has made me cry a few times. I'm trying to think of things of media that has made me cry, but I'm trying to think of a sad movie that like has sad stuff that happens and the way it ends. Why can't I like remember it? I'm having such a hard time actually trying to remember this. What if I search up sad movies and have a look on the list and see what... I don't remember if it was that particularly... What was the movie called? Pursuit of Happiness. And there's another one from Will Smith I remember. Was it 7 Pounds or whatever? £7? You guys remember 7 Pounds? Because I think it was that the main character was responsible or felt responsible for something, and he starts donating all of his like body parts to the people that were affected by an accident. And I think at the end of the movie, Will Smith's character ends up giving his heart to someone. Like, so he goes through the process and makes sure the organ donor, all the organs go to whoever needs them. And at the very end, he puts himself in ice water and puts like a box jellyfish in there. And, well, yeah, preserves his body so that he can donate his heart and whatever else is left over to like the last person. I remember that being a movie. And it was called 7 Pounds. I liked I Am Legend. Did you know they're like trying to work on like sort of a sequel for I Am Legend? Like, let me look at it. I Am Legend sequel. Oh, they're literally naming it I Am Legend 2? Wait, there's an actual trailer? No, wait, no, is this real? Was this a fake trailer? Hang on, is this real? This isn't real. Never mind. That's not real. How? There's so many fucking weird, aged up Will Smiths with a dog. Ooh, Hancock was a good movie. I liked Hancock. I'd love a Hancock sequel. Is that the one where he called Owen Wilson and insulted him for being blind? When's that one? Hancock? He said Owen Wilson, I remember Knights of Shanghai. Was that what it was called? Knights of Shanghai? No, Shanghai Knights. Yeah, not Knights of Shanghai. And Shanghai, yeah. So stupid. What other roles has Owen Wilson played? I only really remember him in Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon. He's played in so many more, but I don't have a movie that comes in mind. Okay, yeah, Zoolander. Okay. What else? Wow. I just remember the way Owen was goes, wow. Hang on, I'm looking up Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. Was he in Hancock? I don't think I've watched Wedding Crashers. He's in Marley and Me. He's in Loki. Yeah, I remember Loki. Oh yeah, Night at the Museum. Oh, Starsky and Hutch. I don't think I've watched Starsky and Hutch. Is there a second Zoolanders? I didn't know they made a Zoolanders 2. He's in Meet the Fockers. You, Me, and Dupree. I Spy. Marmaduke. He's in The Cable Guy. I don't really know. You beat up some news in Ricci City? I don't actually know much of his films. I just remember him in most recent role. Oh, that is essentially his most recent role. His most recent role was in a Marvel. He was in Loki, the TV series. Wow. I just... no wonder why I don't really remember him in anything. He's not in very many. But he's so well known. He's so well known, but he doesn't really have that much under his belt. How does that work? Okay. Or is there just not that many movies out? Yeah, he has a lot of voice acting roles. A lot of voice acting roles. Hi, Garrick. Still trying to think of sad movies. Hang on, let me go through them. Sad movies. I heard The Notebook was sad. I feel like I've watched it, but I don't really remember. Oh, they made a movie out the Hachi. I don't need to watch the movie to know that's gonna be sad. I know the story of Hachi. Grave of the Fireflies. Green Mile. No, I remember the Green Mile. Oh, I remember Green Mile. Oh, no, dude, I actually remember Green Mile. Hold on. Hold on. I need to there's more to it. There's like he's like a big guy, right? And he can heal people. Yeah. And it's like kind of sad cuz he ends up yeah. So like the big guy's like innocent, but oh, holy shit, I forgot about the Green Mile. Oh, that one was actually sad. That one was weird. It's about an innocent inmate that's in the prison system. Man. Anyone else remember watching The Green Mile? That's a Tom Hanks movie, which reminds me, one of my favorite movies is Castaway. Castaway was one of my favorite movies. I fucking love Castaway. It's actually my favorite movie. Yeah, Green Mile. I actually remembered it. I actually remember it. It's actually really sad. Okay. I think I've almost basically exhausted the list of movies. I'm sure there's like a couple more or whatnot, but yeah, I think that's about it. Alright, so how long have we been streaming for? Oh, Iron Giant! Yes, it does! Fucking You Stay Me Go is fucking... I will never forget Iron Giant. As a special place for me because it was one of the first animated films I watched. It's in the batch of like animated films I watched when I was young. But the Iron Giant was great. I really liked the Iron Giant. You've been following me for a really long time. 6 years and 6 months? You've been here since the beginning. Holy shit. But good to see you again. That's a long time ago. VRChat age. VRChat days, yeah. Mm. Yeah, no, animated films, I've always liked animated films. They have a very special thing. Mm. Oh, let me think real quick. Animated movies, animated films I watched. Do you guys remember an animated film called The King and I? I remember watching that a lot when I was younger. I remember it kind of being musical. I don't think it was Disney. I need to find who did The King and I. Morgan Creek Entertainment. Warner Brothers. But yeah, King and I was when I remember Balto. Balto's a classic. One of my absolute favorite animated movies from when I was really young is Balto. Oh, there's so many I could actually start listing. Obviously, I've watched all of the fucking old, the original Disney movies. Live action Disney film besides Mary Poppins? Oh, I actually never watched Bedknobs and the Broomsticks. I did like Mary Poppins. Let's see. Disney animated. There was one I liked. Oh. No, hang on. There was an animated movie. I remember now. There was an animated movie and it was actually sad. It actually made me sad. Oh, hang on. Animated. I watched it. I'm pretty sure Rage was there. Rage, a animated movie robot. Next Gen. It was on Netflix. Next Gen. A girl ends up developing like a bond with her robot friend and whatnot, but they end up having to wipe the memories of the robot. And I remember that made me really fucking sad. Yeah, you remember now? Sorry if anyone that hadn't watched it and I just spoiled the plot. Sorry, but yeah, that's one I remember that made me sad. Yeah. And then there's obviously there's what was it called? What's that movie called? Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6 was one. Not necessarily sad, just an animated movie I liked. Honestly, a lot of Pixar, basically every Pixar I liked. Fucking Wally, at the very end when Wally like loses his like personality essentially, and I remember how sad I was when Wally just became just a regular robot again and lost all his personality. I remember how fucking sad that was. And then they Disneyed it. A little bit of a Spock from Eve, and suddenly, oh, okay, he's back. I like movies that are willing to let it just be sad and not Disney it. And Next Gen actually did that. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, I really liked Wall-E. I really liked that movie. Trying to think. Other animated films I really fucking liked. Obviously fucking loved Puss in Boots. Fantastic movie. Puss in Boots 2. Holy shit, what a good movie. Holy shit. Last Star, or Last Wish, I can't remember, was it Last Star? But that one was so good. Puss in Boots 2, the sequel, holy fuck. How did they go so hard in that movie? I don't understand. Like, no one expected it to go so hard. Alpha and Omega? I feel like I've watched Alpha and Omega. Oh my god! We have watched Alpha and Omega! It's the one about the two dogs, or wolves rather. Or dogs? What are they? Are they wolves? And they end up being sent to like a park and they have to find their way back and stop their rival packs from fighting each other. Fucking Alpha and Omega. I watched it. It wasn't particularly great. Let's see. Dude, there's so many animated films. I've watched so many, and I've liked almost all of them. Just animated films in general just are just more fun, I guess. Yeah, Fairy Romeo and Juliet was a slight twist. There is you know, Inside Out. I think it's Inside Out, the Disney movie where they're like with the emotions in the brains and whatnot. I remember watching it and not liking it, and only for the reason of it got too real. It got way too fucking real. And I thought the movie was a really good movie. I did not like how much it just kind of fucked with me. Yeah. That was Inside Out. I think Inside Out's a good movie. I don't know if I'm gonna watch 2. Probably not. So that was a movie. Animated movies. I feel like there's a lot of them. There was, what was that movie called? There's one where there was a girl that was really unlucky. Was it just called Luck? It was just called Luck. I liked that movie. That movie called Luck was really fun. I liked that movie. Recent animated films. Animated films. There's so many animated films nowadays. Obviously, Spider-Verse. Hmm. No, I haven't really got any off the top of my head. Wake up, chat. Sure. Hey! Hey! Wake up! Jingle! So, Luck movie I watched. I liked that. Wasn't crazy good, but it was good enough. Not even recommendations. I'm just talking about movies I've watched in general and liked. But now specifically the animated ones. Like, which ones are there? What's come out recently? Moana, I guess, was a recent-ish one. Then there was the Ra... Ra... Raya. I did already mention Happy Feet. Can I say I actually watched Raya and the Last Dragon and I didn't really like it? For whatever reason, I think it's because it felt like it would have musical beats in it, but then didn't. I'm not sure how I feel about Raya and the Last Dragon. Movie itself was kind of a bit generic, bit like very predictable plot. Didn't mind it, but I feel like there's just a lot lacking in the movie. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was fine. I liked Moana a lot more. Moana was fun. I enjoyed Moana. What's the name of that movie that came out that wasn't great? Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings? Yeah, Sakshi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I don't know why Raya reminded me. Oh, I know why it reminded me of Aquafina. Yeah, the Marvel movie. Okay, so animated films. The movie was okay. I didn't hate it. Oh, there's a sequel for it, apparently, I think. I'm not sure if that's official, but I think there might be a sequel to it. Yeah, I think that's it, right? I think I'll probably wrap up here. I think I'll wrap up. I think I'm done talking about movies. I was be talking about movies for like an hour or two. Don't know how long. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna wrap up and then I'm just gonna end stream and figure out where to go from here. So I'll probably catch everyone next stream, which will probably be a day from now. And then sometime in the next week or two, I'm probably gonna rework my scheduled days. Stop motion filmography next time. Like what, Wallace and Gromit? So I'm thinking of shifting some of the days around. Time will still be the same. I just might change which days I take off and which days I will be streaming. So I might adjust my schedule and might add a day. So I might do that over the course next week or two. I'll figure all that out. But yeah, I'll catch everyone later. Thank you for hanging out. I always appreciate it. I genuinely, you guys make my day better. Alright. Goodbye. I'm gonna find someone to raid.